The LEGO lightsaber is probably the most well-known and recognized out of the entire Star Wars universe. Whether it's from playing the video games, owning a LEGO set, or even just seeing it in passing, you would definitely recognize instantly this tiny little silver piece. And the chances are as well, you probably have a very strong opinion on which way round that piece should go, whether it should be this way or this way. Well, the joke's on you because LEGO's actually done both, even though between you and me, we both know that the correct version is this way. But if you're like me, you probably wondered what the LEGO lightsaber piece would look like if it was life-size to an actual human being. And despite being a pretty no-brainer product, LEGO has only ever actually done brick-built life-size lightsabers for 2 characters, Yoda and Luke. Well, actually, it's Anakin's. Not according to the box, it's not. Yeah, but the whole point is that Obi-Wan gave Luke his father's lightsaber when he first got introduced to it, so that makes it Anakin's. Okay, yeah, but like Luke wielded it. Yeah, and so did Finn and Rey, and no one's running around saying that it's their lightsaber because otherwise everyone would just— oh my god, I'm literally just reading what the box says. But what I find really interesting about the lightsaber hilt sets is that they were never actually sold at retail. They were only ever given away as gift with purchases alongside Mos Eisley Cantina for Yoda and the UCS AT-AT for Luke's. And we haven't had another one since in any form, whether that be a gift with purchase or a retail set. And despite being a super fun and kind of meta idea for a May the 4th promo or even to release alongside the Skywalker saga, LEGO has also never done a brick-built version of their own iconic lightsaber hilt. Thankfully, there are several ways you could go about that these days. 1 is by building your own one, 2 is by buying some instructions and getting one, and 3 is by buying an actual replica lightsaber of the LEGO lightsaber. So today I wanted to take a look and compare a LEGO lightsaber and a LEGO lightsaber. Now this is a real life working LEGO lightsaber replica that lights up, has a blade, and is the full works, and I absolutely love this thing. This is sent to me by ARTSABERS, and they also allow you to pick the different blade lengths, which I found really, really helpful. Now I have a couple of replica lightsabers, one of which is Anakin's, and they typically tend to have a really long lightsaber blade, which I really don't think works in the kind of a LEGO scale. So when I got mine, I ended up picking something that was a little bit shorter, which funnily enough, much like a LEGO lightsaber, it comes in 2 separate pieces. So you kind of have the blade piece all on its own, which in this case, I guess, is the 4-length bar piece. And then of course you have the lightsaber hilt itself. Now the one benefit to a light up actual lightsaber, besides the fact that it actually lights up, is that I can set it to be whatever color I want, since it actually is just like a giant light bulb. Did I really just say that? Anyway, everything I said was true, but ignore the part where I was a really big hypocrite, okay? Just like LEGO bricks, the saber allows for so much customization, which I feel like is perfect given the theming of this entire thing. And when it comes to being in scale with LEGO, I feel like it's pretty close. I mean, maybe I could have picked a slightly longer blade, which I definitely put down to me, but in terms of the actual hilt, I feel like it is really, really nicely in scale, especially when it comes to the length of it. I mean, if you look at a minifigure's hand, there is a nice gap at the bottom, and I feel like this works pretty well. But before I light it up, I want to talk about a brick-built lightsaber. Now, I unfortunately was too lazy to actually build my own mock, and luckily Rebrickable pulled through, and I ended up finding this model of a life-size brick-built LEGO lightsaber. Now, luckily for me, since I do have a lot of LEGO pieces lying around, I was able to actually source quite a few of the parts before I actually got building, and then ended up purchasing the rest, and in total, the cost ended up being almost 100 Australian dollars, if not more. So I purchased the instructions, ordered all of the pieces, and then once I got them in, I got building on the life-size LEGO lightsaber, and very quickly I realized that this was a lot more short and stumpy than the replica lightsaber. And because this is a brick-built LEGO version of something, you really have to work within the scale of LEGO pieces, and I kind of feel like sometimes that did really put this one at a disadvantage. From an aesthetic and accuracy point of view, just strictly looking at the design, I think the LEGO lightsaber did an amazing job. It looks exactly like a LEGO lightsaber. There are a couple of holes here and there, and actually there were some quite fun build techniques, but it just feels very stumpy to me, and I think it just needed to be a little bit longer. Side by side, you can very clearly see the size difference between these two. The replica one is way longer and way skinnier, and the LEGO one is just kind of like short and stumpy, I think. But going back to the replica, another cool thing about it is not just the fact that it lights up, but the fact that because it's a replica, there's sound effects. Whether it's when I'm swinging it or blocking, there are so many sounds and blade effects, and if you don't want any of them, you can also turn it to mute.
Flash blade, fire blade.
And best of all, in my opinion, is that I can change the blade to whatever color I want, as it just cycles through them, and then I press the button again, to select the color that I want it to lock on. They are both really well done replicas, and I really think the biggest difference besides scale though comes down to the price point. And as cool as a life-size brick-built LEGO lightsaber is, for me, I much prefer a cleaner looking replica. A replica of a LEGO lightsaber to me blends in so much better with other aspects of my Star Wars collection, with things like my Black Series, my Funko Pops, and my other lightsabers, rather than just strictly the LEGO, and I think that's why I really like this. It's one of those really fun niche kind of products. Like, you'll see this, you can see that it's a lightsaber when you've got the blade in and its sound effects are going off, like, you know it's a lightsaber, but when you look closer it becomes one of those if you know type of things, and I love that about this. If you want to spice up your LEGO collection a little bit, I'll leave a link to this lightsaber as well as my discount code in the comments down below, but I seriously cannot believe that LEGO has never actually attempted anything like this. I just feel like it would be a genius plan, and having life-size LEGO lightsabers is such a fun thing for me as both a Star Wars fan, but most importantly being a massive LEGO fan.